American people get crap health care. JD Vance trashes the Unaffordable Care Act. That's exactly what I call it, the Unaffordable Care Act, aka Obamacare. You know, the same deal that Obama said, if you like your current health care, you can keep it. But yet everyone healthcare that had healthcare through their job, through their employers and stuff like that, the premium skyrocketed on that. Everyone, like, no one got to keep their healthcare, like he said. And this is by design, because the healthcare bill, the Obamacare wasn't written for the American people, to help the American people. It was actually written for and by the insurance companies. That's how they're making so much money right now, is because of the Obamacare that they wrote. But they don't tell you that. You know, the Democrats don't tell you about that. They don't tell you how the Obamacare is the reason why your healthcare cost is so expensive. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. We're going to play the clip and hear what JD Vance has to say about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. There you'll find a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account. You'll follow me there as well. All right, let's get right to the clip here. Here we go.
Last question I've got. Please give him applause for that one. That's incredible. Okay, so Mr. Vice President, the last question.
Even the Washington Post applause.
I know, I think they did. So
I got fired.
So Mr. Vice President, the last question I got for you on that note, so is that there's a big discussion right now about healthcare in this country.
Yes.
The ACA subsidies expire at the end of the year. There's a lot of questions about what's going to happen about this. The Democrats shut the government down supposedly over this. But where does this go? What do we do to address healthcare prices and premium prices and so on and so forth? What does that look like? Is it a reconciliation plan? Walk us through what happened.
So what's so crazy about this, Matt, is right before the government shut down, we had a meeting with Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer in the Oval Office.
Is this where they get President Trump gave them the MAGA hats? Yeah.
This is not just that. But the president whispers to one of his personal assistants. They're all very good people. And she kind of runs off, and I think to myself immediately, oh, what the hell have I gotten myself into? And she comes back with 2 Trump 2028 hats to give to Jeffries and Schumer. And then he has the photographer come in, and he points at Jeffries as he's holding the Trump 2028 hat. And he's like, he says to the photographer, make sure Hakeem gets that. I'm sure he's going to want to use it in his campaign advertisements. And it was like a hysterical moment. But when we got to the serious stuff, and they said, we really want to address the healthcare problem confronting the American people, the president said, well, absolutely. We agree. We want to address the healthcare problem confronting the American people. In fact, you people screwed it up with Obamacare, the Unaffordable Care Act, and now you're coming to us saying, let's fix it. Great. Let's fix it. And then they said, I think they were kind of caught off guard, and they're like, well, but we want the fix before we're willing to open up the government. And the president was like, that's like 3 days from now. You want us to fix American healthcare in the next 3 days, and unless you do it, you're gonna shut down the government?
And they did that on purpose because they know it could not be done. You cannot write an entire healthcare bill in 3 days. They know this. That's why they said this.
About we open up the government and then work together to fix American healthcare. And of course, we know the history. They rejected it. They shut down the government. But I don't want to get ahead of the president, Matt, because we had a very, very good meeting in the Oval Office yesterday. I think that we have a great healthcare plan come together. I think that it's going to get Republican and Democrat support. And I think the president, look, right now, the American people get crap healthcare, and they pay way too much for it.
He's right, but we already kind of have an idea of what Trump wants to do with healthcare. He want to make it where we have like basically a healthcare fund where everyone gets access to this healthcare fund, and you choose your own healthcare rather than and where it makes it where these healthcare companies have to compete for that. They have to compete, so they have to lower costs, come with better plans and stuff like that to accommodate the people. It's kind of like a health exchange. I don't know what you would call it. It's kind of like a HSA, I think is what it's called, where all the funds for the healthcare will go in this account, and you can use that account only for healthcare.
You have people who are paying thousands of dollars a month in premiums for a family of 4, a family of 5, and the access to health care is really low. This system is broken. The Democrats broke it, but who cares? We're going to work together if they're willing to fix it.
And the deductibles alone is ridiculous. Thousands of dollar deductible. I remember when I was a kid, I don't remember my parents ever having to pay a deductible. Maybe a copay every now and again, but for the most part, I don't remember them having to pay a deductible. Now all of a sudden we got deductibles before we can even get to the benefits of our health care that we pay for.
The thing, Matt, is, people say, this is one of the things I love about the president. People will come to the president and say, no, don't talk about health care. That's a graveyard for Republicans. Republicans always lose on health care. And the president's like, I don't care about the politics of it. This system is screwed up for the American people. We need to fix it. So let's go and do it. Politics be damned. I love that. That's leadership, and that's exactly what we should want coming from the White House.
Mr. Vice President, I really want to thank you for taking the time here.
Well, I hope they're able to fix this healthcare mess, because it is ridiculous. Premiums is ridiculous. The deductibles are ridiculous. I don't know how anyone can afford it if you don't have Obamacare paying for it. But that's the thing. That's why they have this so-called affordable health care, because the companies pass the buck over to people that's not able to use these the Obamacare exchanges. So they raise their premiums for people that have their insurance through their jobs and things like that. That's how they're making their money. It's not fair. It's not right. And hopefully Trump can do something about that. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.